Joseph was one of the most righteous men in Genesis, and yet he built the most comprehensive slave state in Egyptian history. Good intentions don't change what the state does with them.
No king but Christ, no crown, no throne.
Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery. Potiphar's wife falsely accused him. He sat in prison for years for something he didn't do. At every single step, the state took him. Joseph never sought power. It found him. And God's gifting made him valuable to Pharaoh. Joseph interpreted dreams, managed resources, saved lives. He meant well. Nobody is questioning that. But watch what happens in Genesis 47. Step by step, crisis by crisis, Joseph becomes the architect of the most comprehensive land consolidation in Egyptian history. First, he takes their money, then their livestock, then their land, and then their very freedom. He establishes a government, permanent, 20% tax that outlasts him by generations. But he gives the priest a special exemption to keep the religious establishment compliant. The original church-state alliance. And the American churches have been playing the same game ever since. Make sure you've got that flag front and center. Don't forget your special Veterans Day Sunday message. Keep it wrapped in red, white, and blue, bless God. And keep that tax-exempt status. Just like Genesis 47. And the people in Genesis 47 thanked Joseph for it. You have saved our lives, they said. We will be in bondage to Pharaoh. They were grateful for their own enslavement because they were desperate and the state had the grain. The Pharaoh dies and a new Pharaoh rises who didn't know Joseph. And that same power structure that Joseph built turns on Israel and enslaves them for 400 years. Any system built on force is tyranny, and tyranny with good intentions is still tyranny. Christian nationalists today think they can work within the system and change it from the inside. They have lofty intentions, just like Joseph did. But the power they hand the state to do the things they want done is the same power that will later be used against them. Joseph handed Pharaoh the most powerful, consolidated state in Egyptian history. And 400 years later, that same state was using his own descendants to build its monuments. The state doesn't get converted, it gets fed, and eventually it turns on whoever feeds it.